Every Friday, the ice cream truck would drive by my neighbourhood to deliver the delicious desserts to anyone who was willing to pay for it. Tyler would always beg me for a few bucks every time the ice cream truck came by, and he only got it if he had been good for the week. I would sometimes go with him when he got his ice cream, but that was only to chat with my colleague friend Mike, who owned the truck. But I would only chat if he wasn't busy, which left me the whole winter to talk with him, and the whole summer to not. Unfortunately, my mother had passed away and left me with my childhood house. So me and Tyler moved away from the suburban neighbourhood and into the plains of Kansas, where the old house awaited us. I remember lots of great memories here, and even though I might have wanted to stay where we were, I still wanted to see the old house, have a bit of a moment, you know? But Tyler wanted to stay. He said that the plains were boring and dull, but I thought that he would start to adjust once we got here. But no. He was always complaining about how there was nothing to do in Kansas, even though I promised that he would find something fun to do. He always said, "How am I supposed to have fun with nothing?" He always just stayed in his room, sleeping most of the day. It was like a teenager had possessed his 9-year-old body. It got to the point when I started contemplating about whether or not to move back to our previous house, which hadn't even been sold yet. But that was before the ice cream truck started coming around. I was confused. When I used to live here, I've never seen an ice cream truck come by, let alone an ice cream shop that wasn't at least 50 miles away. That was the first red flag for me. The second one was that the ice cream truck came every day and always stopped in front of our house for a couple of minutes. The third red flag came later, when I finally let Tyler get something from the ice cream truck. I went along with him to make sure that he wouldn't be alone. I didn't know why I was so suspicious of the truck until I saw who was running it. It was a goddamn clown, with red curly hair, red nose, and a pale face. I hated clowns, and this one didn't unnerve me any less. His smile was wide when me and Tyler approached the ice cream truck, and I didn't know if it was paranoia, but I swear I thought the clown was staring directly at my son. "Hi there," he said, waving a gloved hand at us. "You here for some delicious ice cream?" Yes, I said, gesturing for Tyler to say what he wants. "Chocolate, with chocolate sprinkles, please," he said. "Great choice," the clown said, then looked at me. "Anything for the lady?" I shook my head, smiling on the outside, but dying on the inside. The clown went to the back of the truck and returned with Tyler's ice cream. I started taking my wallet out, but the clown said, "No fee today, just delicious ice cream." He handed the cone to Tyler. "Thank you," he said, already licking his ice cream. "You're welcome," the clown said. "Bye now." He waved again, then went to the front of the truck and drove off. I had to admit, despite his creepy look, the clown was surprisingly polite. The next day, the ice cream truck arrived with a song playing from its speakers. The tune repeated over and over, the tune starting to get stuck in my head when the truck stopped in front of our house. Luckily, it got turned off when the truck stopped. And yes, I said that the clown was polite yesterday, but I still didn't really like the idea of my son being alone with him. So I walked with my son outside again, and the clown waved at us like it did the previous day. "Back for more, I see," he said. "Well, I have plenty of ice cream for everyone." Tyler told the clown he wanted the same thing from yesterday. "You're an easy one, aren't you?" the clown asked, heading to the back of the truck. "There's this kid that's been coming to my ice cream truck every day for 2 months, and she always says a different order." He handed Tyler the ice cream, then looked at me £3.50, he said. For the ice cream? I asked. The clown nodded, smiling. I thought it was free. That's only for new customers, I'm afraid, the clown said. Damn it. I'd left my wallet inside the house, so I'd have to go get it and leave Tyler alone with the clown. I took a deep breath, thinking that Tyler would be fine, and walked back to the house. As I walked up the driveway, I occasionally looked back to see if Tyler was still there, just in case. But Tyler was happily licking his ice cream, and the clown was watching me make my way back to the house. Luckily for me, as I got inside, I immediately saw my wallet on the armrest of the couch. I quickly snatched it and walked back to the ice cream truck, where the clown and Tyler waited for me. Do you have change? I asked, taking a $5 bill out of my wallet. The clown smiled and grabbed a big bag of coins from the front of the truck. No scams here, miss, he said, taking the $5 bill and taking out a few quarters for me. I stuffed them in my wallet and said, thanks. You're welcome, the clown said with a smile. Bye now. I went back to the front of the truck and drove off, the tune playing as he travelled further and further away. The next day, at the same time, I started hearing the tune play outside. The tune got louder as I looked outside to see the ice cream truck on the road. On cue, Tyler ran to me and asked, Can we eat ice cream, please? I agreed, but I thought about how unhealthy it would be for Tyler to get the ice cream every day. Maybe I could ask the clown to start coming every Friday, like Mike used to. So that's what I asked when me and Tyler approached the truck. Would it be fine if you started coming like every Friday? I asked. I just don't like the idea of my son eating ice cream every single day. With a smile, the clown said, For sure, miss. Summer is the time to get out and be healthy. I nodded, surprising myself with a smile. Maybe I could trust this guy after all. Chocolate with chocolate sprinkles? The clown asked Tyler. He nodded, and the clown said, You got it. He gave the ice cream, I paid, and he drove off, the tune becoming fainter as the truck disappeared from eyesight. Friday came by, and I was watching the news on the TV when I heard the faint tune coming in from a distance again. Tyler ran out of his bedroom and down the stairs into the living room. Can I get ice cream? He asked. I've been good this week. I walked into the kitchen and grabbed my wallet on the kitchen table. I got 3 $1 bills and 2 quarters and handed them to Tyler. You can get it yourself today, Ty, I said. Tyler smiled as he grabbed the money and walked outside to the ice cream truck. I sat on the couch and continued watching the television. Breaking news, the newscaster said. Over the past few months, kids have started to go missing around the country. Witnesses are saying there is a clown stealing kids from their parents by driving around in an ice cream truck and taking any kids that are left alone. Wait a minute. A witness of the clown's latest kidnapping, a 7-year-old girl, says that he saw the clown grab the girl and pull her into the ice cream truck. Are they talking about... This is a police sketch of the kidnapper from witness reports. My heart skipped a beat. A picture popped up on the screen of a clown that looked very, very familiar. Tyler. I immediately jumped up from the couch and ran to the front door. I saw Tyler reaching for his ice cream cone that the clown was holding. Tyler, get away from him! I screamed, but I was too late. The clown dropped the ice cream in his hand and grabbed Tyler by the arm. My son screamed as he was pulled into the ice cream truck, but the clown's laughter seemed to drown the screams out as he ran to the front of the truck and drove away. I stared at the spot where my son once stood as the truck started playing that unforgettable tune.
Hello, listeners. If you enjoyed this story, please check out the author in the description. For more content, leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more sinister readings.